Well, today Cody and I are going to go prospecting for a little gold, and I'm going to entitle this particular video "The Obvious Place to Look for Gold." And there are two very obvious determinants or factors or variables on where to find gold, in my opinion at least. One factor is you want to go to a creek or a river where gold has been found before. So this is a proven gold-bearing river right here. This is the McCullummy River. So I know there's gold in this river, or there was gold in the river at least. In addition, going to a river or a creek where you know there's gold, it should be obvious that you also need to go to a spot that hasn't already been cleaned out by other people doing gold prospecting. And so there's a couple of factors involved here in getting to such a spot. One of them is going to a remote area on the river. And this is certainly a remote area. However, it can still be reached by a rough trail. And so anyone who has any kind of determination to get to this particular spot can certainly get here. However, in addition to the spot being remote, it helps if it's also very difficult to get to the spot that you want to prospect. And in this case, what we're going to do is cross the river, because while there's a trail on this side of the river that's accessible from the parking lot, and it's not too far of a hike if you know how to get here, getting across the river is much more difficult. And in fact, I've never seen anyone on the other side of this river. So we've had to wait until the water levels are relatively low, and then we're going to make our way to the other side of the river and look for a spot over there that not only is remote but difficult to get to and hopefully contains some gold. Cody and I made it to the other side of the river, and this is where we came across. You can see the water moving. Doesn't look too bad, but looks can be deceiving. It was a pretty tough swim, and I had a life jacket on just in case, and I'm sure glad that I had it on because it was tough getting over here. So if you're ever swimming across a river and there's a current in there, don't underestimate the current. Have a life jacket on and be prepared. There's another section of the river. We're just slightly down from where we came across, Cody and I. And I found some nice outcroppings of rock right here that are, as you can see, close to the river. And at one time, during flood stage, these rocks were underwater. So what I want to do is focus my search on a likely place where some gold might have accumulated, such as this hole right here. I'm going to clean out the gravel in there and see what I can find. Alright, Cody and I have finished the collecting of gravel, and we're not interested in collecting a lot and doing a lot of panning today. All we want to do is get one pan and see what's in this, and see if the theory that I proposed, that is going to a gold-bearing stream but going to a remote and difficult to get to place, will pay off. So here's the pan, and after this we're going to head for home. Logically, if you go to a known gold-bearing river and select a place to prospect that is difficult to get to, there should be more gold there than along the same river in areas that are easier to get to. So, does panning one pan of gravel and finding some small pieces of gold and garnet prove this theory? Well, based on scientific principles of experimental design and statistics, one pan doesn't provide any kind of proof. The basic problem is that the sample size of one pan is just too small to draw any conclusive conclusions. However, these minor results are enough at least for me, to go back. Of course, gold seekers are often motivated more by hope than anything else.